at the Art of Whiskey, man, and we've got some 18-year specialties. One of the bottles we're going to kill today later in the episode. Richard's going to break down what 18-year-old whiskey tastes like, all the notes, why it's important, and if it even fucking matters. Because the price does.
Sure. So I actually brought an 18 from America, which is one of those barrels that we picked on that last trip in Kentucky.
Yep.
And then I brought an 18 from Scotland. So like an 18-year-old from Scotland kind of is like, I don't know, like maybe like can just start drinking if you think about like the age of a person. Like it's kind of grown up, you know what I mean? Like, but not like fully there. 18-year-old for an American bourbon is ready to go into a home. You know what I mean? Like this is an old man.
Why
you know, you can't play golf anymore. Like just because bourbon goes into virgin oak. So usually, you know, with the oak that hasn't been, like Scotch usually goes into a barrel that's been used before.
Yeah.
So the virgin oak accelerates the maturity, and then bourbon has to be 51% corn, so there's more sugar and more sweetness, so that has something to do with it. And then it's usually aged in America in a hotter climate, so that accelerates the age as well. And so it'll be fun to kind of compare the two and see how much more oak and wood and age you can taste on the American version than you can on the Scotch, with both being 18 years in the barrel and both being a single barrel.
Now, what makes these special, and walk them through the notes that you put together for both these two, because I've got the 18-year raspberry lemon cream. Yeah. And then you've got the 18-year very old Barton. What are the notes on these things? Why do you think people like them so much? What are the things you didn't like about it?
Sure. But depending upon who you talk to, I've heard there was between 100 and 130 barrels available of the 18-year-old Bartons that I think were, someone used to have them, like maybe it was Bardstown Bourbon Company. And so of the 100 to 130 different barrels, I think we probably tasted 60 on that trip.
Oh, 60 barrels.
Actually 60 on that trip, but probably maybe 45 of them were those 18s.
And I walked them through 40, like...
Of the 45, we picked, what, 14? We right on 14, and up to the 14, this was one of my favorites.
How do you drink 40 barrels and still have a palate?
You well, you gotta time it. You know, space yourself out. You gotta spit. Lots of water. Take your time. Yeah.
There you have it. Now, go ahead and give me some notes on it. We're gonna try a little bit of it.
So this was barrel 7. This was one of my favorites of the 14 barrels that we brought back. This one probably had the loudest cherry note of any of them. Most of them were very raspberry forward. This one had a strong cherry. There's still some raspberry in there too, but it leans heavy cherry. And then this one was very well balanced. So it still has some of the age and some of the funk. People have talked about like very old leather books or like decorations out of an attic, or you know, going to grandma's house, that kind of that older, daft kind of smell. Some people talk about thrifting, you know, so there's just like a mustiness to
almost
it.
Like an old records room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Old records.
So all of that's in there.
And so walk them through how these two compare, be it they don't.
Sure, yeah, I mean, they're very different. I brought both because I thought it would be fun to see how much older this one drinks than this one when you know that they're both cask strength single barrels that have been in a barrel for 18 years. But this is definitely going to be more red fruit forward. This will have probably more honeys, probably more tropical. This will have way more of the leather, the oak, the funk, the oldness. And this one will just drink like it's not young, you know what I mean? But not like it's super old, just mature. It's all because of that climate and the used barrel.
It's crazy how some of the fruit's coming through on some of them old ones too.
Oh yeah.
Like that raspberry on that relic. Yo, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, punching.
It's good, bro.
There you have it. Now we're gonna get into this, people. So stay tuned. Keep it whiskey, man. Good stuff, man.